and welcome to Trendz Travel. I am Nadia Dambuza and I'll be hosting you today from the stunning Hyde Park Hotel. Thank you for tuning in. We have an exciting show for you today, and in our first segment we go roughing it in the mountains of Ngodini in the heart of Zululand, where culture meets adventure, in the true outdoor camping, rugged 4x4 trails and a whole lot more adrenaline-infused activities. Enjoy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, these ladies are welcoming us by the song Niyawabona Amachalimani. It talks about the blood that shed at Ngombe, where the battle on the Germans and the Zulus were Babelwa, then the bloodshed. Now this song was named after that. Niyawabona Amachalimani, they have shed the blood at Ngombe. This is the song. That's the song all about. They always sing those songs to keep the memories to the grand and grandchildren through the music. This is Ngodini Pundus and Adventures. We are in the heart of Zululand under Ishowe. We've got tents, camping tents. We've got about hundreds of them because we've realized that people sometimes don't have tents. Then we provide them with tents. But if you've got your own tent, you can come. If you've got your own caravan, you can come and enjoy and just sleep under the stars. You can even sleep on the hammock. For that matter, summer is coming just now. People would love to sleep under the stars.
Although this campsite is the epitome of tranquility, a place of quiet reflection and of finding balance and inner harmony, it is also all about adventure and chasing that adrenaline rush.
If you look at our, as I've said, that our trails, even our trails are rustic. Look at our rock climbing. Our rock climbing is rope-free mountain climbing. You don't need the rope. You must crawl up the mountain. But we also consider safety. That's why we make sure that our guests wear the safety gear before they climb up there. So you crawl and you go there with no rope.
If this is not quite your speed, but you still like to live semi-dangerously, you can always opt for the combat paintballing. Combat paintballing entails getting geared up in camouflage attire and making your way deep into the outback, where it's every man for himself. Here there's a lot of belly crawling, bush diving, and using the natural surrounds as coverage. It is here that the only sounds you encounter in the stealth mode are those of paintball bullets ringing out, as you and your team try to emerge as victors. Getting back to ground level is a rugged, specialized activity. It is on these natural plains that anyone with any sort of off-road vehicle or 4x4 can test that vehicle to its limits and learn its capabilities.
Our 4x4 trails are rustic. They are not man-made. We just clear, then we put the car up. It's a challenge. That's why we call it 4x4 challenge. It also teaches people that, you know, there are obstacles you think that you cannot overcome them. But your car can do it, and you can see you are capable to do it. It's looked impossible until it's done. So that's what it teaches us, and it's nice for people to understand their car, what is their car are capable of. Going through the mud, river crossing with the car, on the mountains, axle twisting, and they enjoy it. We've got people coming from all over to enjoy these 4x4 trails.
But it's not only the 4x4s that get water action. The same water course is used for multiple water activities. You can hop on board the canoes provided and row your boat gently down the stream. Or you could laze on down, cradling yourself in the tube as you float downstream. For a gentler water experience, you could sit back, relax, and grab a drink as the river water washes over you.
We've got in our way, we always advise our people to go sit there. It's water therapy. You sit inside the water on those chairs and listen to the sound of the nature, the best music of which is water. It's very therapeutic. When you're sitting there, I promise you, you can't sit there more than an hour without falling asleep. Every time I laugh when I see my guests sleeping there.
The end of a full day is marked by sunset drinks at the very top of the mountain. With this view, what more could you ask for?
The Olivenes Art Museum is a museum which holds in trust a historical and contemporary art collection on behalf of the people of South Africa. The three-sectioned art sanctuary holds permanent art exhibitions of local artists, and as you make an exit to the garden, you are met by a sculpture park.
This neo-Dutch style mansion was designed in 1935 and it served as residence for the Governor-General of the Union of South Africa from 1942. Decades later, Olivenes Art Museum was converted into an art museum and a sculpture park to cater for the demands of art lovers in Bloemfontein. Modernity has shaped it into the multifaceted art sanctuary that aims to strike a balance between sculptures and paintings on display.
This is one of the landscape artists, Jacobus Perlief. So he used to do a lot of landscape paintings. If you look around the museum, we have about 2 or 3 of his paintings. He's actually one of the best. He was called a master at what he does. He does a lot of landscape, as I said. And then this is the Rustenburg Kloof, or the Rustenburg Mountain. This is where one of his prize pieces. I think this is one of the most expensive pieces that we have.
The museum challenges art lovers to interrogate what's on display and let their interpretation of the artworks take precedence.
So this is a picture by Leora Naomi. So she said it's self-contained. Now it's a dress that's made out of hyena fur, or yeah, it's hyena fur, I think. So she said it's self-contained. Now a lot of ladies, when they dress up to look good. They dress up to contain themselves, self-contained.
From the playful pieces to the pieces that may appear controversial, each piece holds a story behind it.
This is from Angus van Sey. It was in a Patrice school. So this is what it explains. So he was in the, you can see from a lot of these paintings, there's a lot of nudity in the paintings. Now art, you need to be blind when you're doing art. You need to be open so that people can connect to what you are doing now. This is part of the movement, or what a lot of people, especially in the Free State, were using. They were using auctions to go around.
And just when you think you have seen it all, you are challenged to incorporate your other senses.
So this is actually Braille.
Wow.
Yeah, so we do have kids coming all the way from Tabanchu, Bartamea to come and view the artworks. So they use Braille, and then they can touch the artworks also to see and to feel. Yeah.
Okay, so it explains what it is. Okay.
The exterior is just as engaging as the interior, with the sculpture park offering the visitors of the museum an artistic stroll that leads them to this carousel that serves as a centerpiece.
This is the African Carousel project. It was a project done by the university students in 1994. So these are different students actually. Jack Miller, there's Stephen Rees. So those are the different artists or different students that were doing this project. So you can see it's different sculptures from bronze to your wood. They have wood. They even have the chameleon that's done with plastic. It's a bit of tougher plastic.
This being a favorite thing to do here, I just had to give it a spin.
Do you want to know about the latest fashion trends? Well, stay tuned, because after the break, we bring you the latest tips and tricks. Fashion designers are launching their spring-summer collections. So this segment is about all things fashion, from designers celebrating 10 years in menswear designs and ladies all the way in Bloemfontein.
Celebrating 10 years of his fashion brand. The road to success for Sheldon Kopman hasn't been easy. But his love for bespoke, tailored menswear is what kept the brand and the vision alive. having dressed the likes of international stars and well-known names like Samuel L. Jackson, Orlando Jones, and Wizkid. Koopman shares his Spring-Summer 2021 collection with Trendz Travel just days before the official launch.
Hey, this is what I wake up every morning to do, and this is what I love doing. It's been very challenging. You know, getting into it as a designer, you don't realize that it's not just about design. There's so much more facets to the business. There's so much more to it that the tools that you need, the skilled labor that you need in order for you to put out your vision, your creation as you see it within you. So it's been a labor of love most of the time.
Having traveled the African continent and expanded his understanding of different types of fabric, as well as pattern making, is what inspired what he calls his best collection yet.
This collection is very much about that, but it's always street tailoring, that's what we do. But now you're able to wear a suit to bed, if you like. Unlike here, what we see is this is a blazer we produced at the beginning of the year, not knowing that this blazer would be an entire reflection of what we were about to go through, which is COVID-19. So when you look at that, that looks like a virus, yeah? Not sure if anybody wants to be wearing a virus, but you know, you never know. So this is what we were known for, how to play with print, structure, shape, you know, detailing, interiors. This is what we were known to be for the longest time. And this is what we've taken into the future as well, but we've just taken it into a more practical space and a more wearable space. And it's becoming appealing it's more appealing not just as an occasional wear garment of what we create here, but something that could be an everyday look.
With brighter days ahead, would be a miss if we didn't show you how to style your latest summer wardrobe.
So what we have here is our unique Africa Unite signature print. These are flags from all over the continent of the various different countries. We're talking about 55 official countries according to the African Union. The matching pants. Also with an expandable gusset, allowing breathability around the ankle, but also for multi-styling as well, to reduce the leg or to widen it. Very simple, elasticated waist, something that is very forgiving. Great, guys, let's move on to the next look. So what we have here is our rugged dress shirt. So all we've done is we've taken the dress shirt, as classic as it is. We love a dress shirt. We've always loved a dress shirt. And what we like about a dress shirt, because it's got so much stature, so much appeal, and it just looks amazing whether you dress it up or dress it down. And that works amazingly well with these particular drop crotch. We call it a drop crotch, we call it a harem pants, which also brings through a bit of texture on the leg over there. This is our signature print, trademarked, for those of you who need to know. And it's lots of fun. It's a hooded shirt, it's 100% cotton, it's light, it's beautiful, it's very breathable. So with this particular look, dress it up. In that case, we take these very, very light, 100% light wool, believe it or not, very breathable textile. It is a vintage textile as well. You can then also take it to a nice sort of cocktail appeal by bringing in a blazer. Of course, it looks great with the red pants as a complete look, but if you wanted to take it and make it even more fun, you'll do the following. You bring in the matching pants. So there you go. You got a shorts, matching shorts, fantastic fun print, expandable zips, gussets on the side, breathability, and also for a looser fit, and everything exactly as the track pants is. So that's a look on its own as well. We have been through some serious changes in the industry, and good changes, because it allows us to be who we want to be and represent ourselves the way we'd like to present ourselves. Buy less, wear more, quality over quantity. Comfort is everything.
It wouldn't be a summer to remember without a good old mix of glamour, fashion, and just the right amount of mingling amongst the ladies. Bloemfontein saw a post-lockdown reunion of fashion lovers at a private do. They gathered to share in the creativity of one of their fashion designers who launched her summer collection that was inspired by the time she spent in quarantine.
Usually this time of the year, there's fashion shows that are organized throughout the country, right? But because of the pandemic, all those shows had to be cancelled. I'm very fortunate actually that Pichu and Dipalisa invited me to showcase with them on this event.
Pyjama sets have long been in style, but this fashion show was aimed at incorporating the colors that give summer an edge and ensuring that when stepping outside of home into the streets, what is noticeable isn't only the certain fabric, but also the elegance in hues.
The theme was colorful, as you can see, as colorful as your personality. Yes. So yeah, and then we also brought in an element of fashion. What we're trying to do every time is to bring in women that are in business, local women, so that we can also promote them. And then, so we did a collaboration with Refilwe.
Ensuring that the darker hues that are usually associated with other seasons are still of relevance this season. Palesa didn't shy away from playing with floral patterns in her designs.
So because we're getting into summer, and so I thought we should use like nice fabrics that are flowy, very comfortable. The reason why I chose the prints that I chose and the colors was actually inspired by Sarah Batman and her culture. And based on the designs, it was from the collection that we've been doing throughout, pyjama wears. So we just thought, let's bring it a bit out to the streets. So it's a bit of everything. It's not just one thing.
Being in the city of roses, one can't help but make a connection to the fashion show and the recurring flower theme that just dominates this event, from the decor to the collection on display.
We do love hearing from you, so please get in touch with us on our social media pages. That's @Trendz on SABC using the hashtag SABC News. We'll be right back after this short break. Now that lockdown regulations have been eased, we are somewhat free to go out and enjoy the sun. Sunday markets are back with a bang. This past weekend, we headed out to Pretoria for a Sunday beach market. Yes, you heard right, a market at the beach. Pretoria, north of Gauteng, has upped Sunday market levels. With temperatures scorching hot this past weekend, we visited this new market on the beach. Yes, a beach right in the heart of Pretoria. Here, there is something for everyone. Let me give you an idea of what it looks and feels like. COVID-19 is still on our shores, so sanitize, wear your mask, and let's walk.
Originally, this was a restaurant. So the restaurant has now decided to upsize. We're all on one premises. And when they've moved, we saw we've got this beautiful place. So instead of breaking it down, it's got a nice vibe, sunshine, beautiful people, lovely vendors. Let's turn it into a market.
When the organizers were looking for vendors, the brief was clear: a committed specialist offering something unique, setting them apart in all of Pretoria. With dedication and commitment. Shoo! But these vendors stood to the challenge.
We've got petit fours, we've got lemon honey, we've got lavender, real lavender from the garden, strawberry, we've got toffee apples, we've got milk tart, and we've got tipsy tart with fresh cream and brandy. And as you know, milk tart is our proud South African and tipsy tart is our proud South African. So we like that. High five!
what are balsamic cloves?
Okay, so what I do is I take balsamic vinegar and I mix it with a calcium lactate and I drop it in an alginate bath. And then as soon as it drops in, it makes a little skin around it. So it's like a seaweed extract, so it's your vegan, vegetarian friendly. We don't use gelatin. And then you put it on a salad or on a quiche or a canapé, anything that you would typically use balsamic vinegar on.
Okay, here we go.
Spicy. There's a lot of delicacies at the market and I just had to indulge. Yum.
These books were all written by my wife and they're aimed at all South African children from ages 2 through to 8. It tells them all about our wonderful South African animals, birds and bugs. It tells them a little bit about the animal themselves, a little bit about conservation and being kind to animals. But in general, they're funny. So it makes the children laugh, it makes the parents laugh, and it makes the grandparents laugh.
Oh, nice.
We focus around recycling and upcycling. So most of our products relate to that theme, like for example this vinyl bowl. Lots of people throw them away. This particular bowls, we also actually support hospice with the purchase of it, and thereby we're actually supporting charity indirectly. And then we also have these lamps, and mannequins in the clothing industry are also disregarded and creating waste in the environment. Therefore, we actually recycle the mannequins and actually do a decoupage of original comic strips from 1968, this particular one, for example, of Richie Rich. So thereby, we're actually creating a vintage art piece, unique in its nature, one of a kind, and thereby also assisting the environment and those around us.
And the walkabout continues.
A day at the market can be very hard on the feet, so I decided to take a break at Angel's Touch and just get a massage.
We produce products, like right now, as you can see, we've got the massage healing cream as well as the skin toner. And all these products are organic. And I got training from India, whereby I learned about alternative medicines. Yeah, so for me, these products are quite special. Yeah, because I got the formulas in a dream.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We have read all the books during lockdown. Now it's time to head on out and try something new. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Sadly, we have come to the end of the show. We hope you enjoyed everything. We are back next week, same time, same place. From me, goodbye.